Well, I mean, we can get started off. Austin, this is your second trip to the NCAA tournament. What does it mean for you to be able to head out and represent the University of Cincinnati for the second time?
Right. Obviously, I'd like to have my teammates there, but to be able to go as an individual, it's pretty cool as well. And being my second time, I kind of know what it's like at regionals. This will actually be my first time with, I guess, kind of a part of the team going out west. So that'll be a little different, but I've gone out west multiple times before. So definitely a little bit of experience there, and I hope I can do everything I can to make it to nationals.
You were able to finish second in the AAC Conference Championships. Talk a little bit about your performance there and, how that might be preparing you as you head on to NCAAs.
Right, AACs were huge for me because all throughout the spring I would hit a lot of good shots and I played a lot of good rounds, but it was tough to put things together. And I kind of did that the last two rounds. The first round I was kind of behind the 8-ball, being 7 strokes back. But me and my assistant coach walked together every round, and we kind of had just a mindset of giving ourselves opportunities and capitalizing on the ones we can. So I feel that I did that in the last 2 rounds. So that was definitely huge for my confidence and be able to finish off a tournament in pretty good fashion.
Austin, how special was it to get play postseason college golf? Like you said, you wanted to be there. You would like to go as a team, but as an individual honor, I mean, it's got to be pretty special you to get to do it 2 years in a row, right?
Last year I didn't make it. Sophomore year.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's pretty cool. It's definitely difficult to get there individually. So that is a pretty cool honor. But I'm just kind of taking it as the mindset of I'm there, but I'm not done. I want it to make to nationals for sure.
What would that mean to you to be able to accomplish that? I know you want to get this round out of the way first, but what would it mean to get there?
To nationals?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome because a lot of the guys that are in nationals, I play with them or against them a lot in the summer tournaments. So being able to play against them on the biggest stage in college would be very cool.
You've had such a great season this year, never finishing outside top 16. What do you think has been the key for you on the course?
Just game plans. I feel like coaches and I have came up with a good game plan for every tournament, and then it was just a matter of execution. The tournaments that I didn't execute my game plan were the ones I finished 16th. The ones I did were the ones that I finished inside the top 5. Obviously, I didn't get a win, but I executed the game plan the way I wanted to, and just the cards didn't fall my way in those couple ones that I finished second and third.
And you finished like 21st, I think, last time in the NCAA?
I did. That was at Purdue. It was playing very difficult. I remember, I think Florida was #1 ranked team in the nation, and they shot 310 in the final round and didn't make it to nationals. And it was definitely very difficult, and I didn't make it through. But that was a great experience to be in regionals for sure.
And so, like, what do you take from that you learned that time into this event this time around?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing was to treat it just like another tournament. I mean, it's definitely bigger because it's postseason, but you can't think of it any different than you would of a normal tournament, because you still got to go out there and execute your game plan how you want to, and focus on the shots in hand.
Also, I know you've talked a lot through your years here about wanting to leave this program in a better place than when you got here. How do you feel that you've developed and this team has developed during the 4 years that you've been here?
Right, absolutely. As I've talked about in the past, my freshman year I was exposed for sure, and me and coach went to work. But I feel like my goal in this 4 years was to, as you said, to leave the program in a better place than when I came in. And my way of doing that was to leave an example for the other guys, whether that's on the golf course or as a person. Any way I can leave an example and help them out is a success in my book.
Any message for the future golfers at Ryle?
At Ryle, just keep working hard. I mean, that's the biggest part, is keep working hard and take opportunities when you can, and just have fun with it.
once your NCAA career is over, what are your golf goals?
Right. So because of my finish in the U.S. Amateur last year, I am exempt for the U.S. Am this year, and I didn't want to pass that up. So I'm going to stay amateur through the summer, play a full amateur schedule throughout the summer, and then in the fall I will turn professional and pursue the PGA Tour through the web.com Q School.
What golfers did you grow up watching?
So probably Ricky Fowler when I was young was probably my favorite golfer, just because of his character and the way he carried himself and all the colors he had on the golf course. It just kind of catches your eye as a kid. And then pretty much all of his friends I root for, like the Jordan Spieths, Justin Thomas, especially Justin Thomas because I'm from Kentucky and so is he. So that's pretty cool. I've met him a few times, but I don't really have a specific favorite, I guess.
Which one did you kind of watch and like, oh, I want to be like?
If I said I wanted to have someone's career, I'd say Tiger. I enjoy watching the players and I root for guys, but at the end of the day, I want to be myself, and my goals are my own. So I don't necessarily want to emulate my game after anybody. But I guess if you could say I have a favorite golfer, it'd be Ricky Fowler or Justin Thomas for sure.
How have you seen his game change since you first stepped foot on campus?
Well, I think first and foremost, when he arrived here, from a ball striking standpoint, he was at a level that was way beyond his years. But I think the scoring shots, his wedges, his diversity around the greens, ability to convert great iron shots was what was lacking in his game. And quite honestly, I challenged him, after his freshman year, and just, was very honest with him and said, if you want to play this game in the future, you've got to have a lot more dominating wedge game, because he drives the ball a very long ways, pretty, I'd say, top 10, 15% in college golf. So he's going to have a lot of wedges into greens, and it was very evident that was a weakness his first semester. So we went to work on that, learned how to control the flight, control the spin, hit a lot of different shots, and that really was what took him to the next level, and he's continued to evolve on that over the last 3 years, but also just his maturity as an individual, his understanding of his emotions, how to handle himself in any situation. All those things were all part of his growth.
Where do you see him in the future?
Well, having played professional golf for X number of years and played on tour for 9 years, the path is there. Obviously, you need breaks. I got my breaks and took advantage of the opportunities that I was presented to get there. Austin's going to have to do the same thing. There's a lot of good players all around the country, and he has the skill set, he has the mind, he has all the intangibles that it takes to make it. And it's now just, going out and executing, and that's a lot of what we focused on really the last couple of years is shot execution and being able to shoot scores. So I'm excited to see where it goes. It's a path of probably sometime in the next 2 to 5 years of understanding professional golf, understanding the traveling and all the things that goes with it. There's more than just shooting scores to be a successful professional golfer. So he's got to learn the ropes over the next couple of years, and knowing him as I know Austin, he'll do it the right way.
How proud as a coach are you of a guy that comes into your program and does what he does and wants to leave his legacy? How proud does that make you as a coach?
Extremely. I mean, I love all the kids that have ever played in the program. I think the one thing that makes Austin unique is just his desire to grow, not only on the golf course but off the golf course. And most importantly, he was always that kid that was probably the most coachable kid I've ever had. If I was working with someone else, he stopped what he was doing and came over to listen because he might learn something. And so to have someone to see the things that you've tried to help him with, and the most important thing is he's taken ownership of those things. He owns them and does them his way. And so that it's really been cool to watch.
Austin's talked a lot about wanting to leave the program better place than when he got here. How do you think the program has grown during his years here?
There's no question. I think what he's done is he's an example. for all the kids that have been here to play with him have seen the evolution. You're talking about kids that were seniors and juniors and sophomores when he was a freshman, and now the guys that have come in behind him they're going to have someone to look up to, and Austin is going to be a very big part of our program moving forward, and hopefully having him come back and talk to the team and share his stories. And anytime you have someone that can share real life stories like Austin's going to be able to. I can share some of my past stories, but the roads were made of dirt when I was playing professional golf, and now he's going to have a chance to share some of his real life stories with the guys on our team, which you can't replace that in a program.